The city of Honolulu is taking a serious look at a four-story building on Kalihi Street that could jumpstart the Housing First program for the city. KITV4's Andrew Pereira takes us inside for an exclusive look.
Well, Kenny and Paul, if the purchase goes through, the building could be a mix of low-income rentals and Housing First units. 431 Kalihi Street has been controlled by the same ohana for nearly 40 years. Now that the 5 siblings who own it are getting older, they're looking to sell, and that's piqued the city's interest.
Well, what's attractive to us is just a wide open space that we can probably put units in, and then we could house people in those units.
The 4-story building is also attractive to some of the homeless who crowd Iwilei in cardboard boxes, plywood, and tarps.
We just need out of the elements in the water and the rain, keep my stuff dry, a place to keep my things, and I don't have that.
The 40,000 square foot building has plenty of parking. The first floor opens up to a warehouse area with a high ceiling. A hallway leads to office space, and men's and women's bathrooms with multiple sinks and even showers are located nearby.
From what I saw on a walkthrough, I think the infrastructure was there, but we'd really have more of a definitive answer once we do our due diligence.
With plenty of open floor space, if the deal does go through, the city is considering the placement of job training and other programs within the building.
What we want to do is, one, for those without skills, be able to provide skills. For those with basic skills, upskill. And upskill means broadening the kind of skills that they have so that they can go out and get higher paying jobs.
Both the first and second floors have central air conditioning. The city thinks the building could house up to 200 individuals. It could become a mix of Housing First units and low-income rentals.
Possibly working poor, people that we consider are one step away from being homeless. These are, young couples and families that are trying to look for starter homes.
The Institute for Human Services, located on nearby Sumner Street, says about 140 unsheltered people live in the Iwilei area, possibly prime candidates for Housing First.
Housing First deals with households. Households will include individuals, couples, and families.
The city would have to figure out how to divvy up the space. Ideas range from dormitory-type living with shared comfort stations to self-composed units with kitchenettes and bathrooms. The property is listed for $6.9 million, but the assessed value is $4.4 million. Many are watching and waiting to see if the sale goes through, since the homeless are already here.
Yeah, sign me up, man. As soon as we have it, I'll be the first one in line.
Now, the city says the possible purchase of the building is very preliminary at this point. If it happens, the city would use either CIP bond money or cash from the Affordable Housing Fund.